What's up, MJ? My man, you guys hear me? You hear me good? Loud and clear. It looks like it's coming in that. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. What up, dude? What up, man? I don't know. I was around. People were asking me to do a show, and I said, sure, man, I'll just jump on. I'm getting into some grooving, you know what I mean? A little bit of grooving. I'm tired today. Kind of been resting, laying around. Nothing major. Um, okay. Looks good. Oh, 6 watching. Looks good on YouTube. Don't forget about like. Looks like the likes are already coming in, so that's good. Um, yeah, what up, K9? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, so I seen some news flying in the Discord. I don't know if it's Okaji's 40 plus minutes now. What? Somebody's out. I mean, Okinawa. Okinawa. Let me show these. I usually show the projections. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We're just looking at the Atlanta projections. I don't have too much injury news that's updated. I don't know how it's updated on here. Still some questionable tags. It's still early. It's still an hour before lock, so we'll probably know more within the half hour. I'm not going to do a very long show today. I was just kind of giving you guys an overview of the slate, showing the projections, kind of what I would do for a Saturday here. I'll be moving screens and moving around, so I might miss your question, but I'll definitely get to it. So drop it in the chat. We're looking at point guard right now. I mean, we got a lot of different options. Like there's a bunch of cheap ones. I know, like shooting guard Trey Mann just came into play. He's 3K. Decent projection on him for now, but he'll probably get bumped up just because he's 3K. It's quite the value play. He's like the top value guy. Amon Thompson's right there. He's another chalk guy that's seeing a lot in the build. They can play point guard, shooting guard, both spots. So those guys are viable. We had the campaign chalk yesterday, Cameron Payne chalk yesterday, but Maxi's back this week. He's projecting pretty decent. I think Trey Young's still projecting good. Obviously, as a projection point, you can pay up to get to him as your other play. Maybe Maxi. Maxi looks like he's projecting kind of better, actually. That's from a projection standpoint. From like a value per standpoint, the ceiling's definitely for Trey Young, just a tad, but not much. I don't mind him. And actually, the pivot on the ownership is probably going to be Donovan Mitchell. Actually, Trey Young's the pivot. I kind of like that. Okay. Really, if you want to pivot, it's probably playing Steph Curry against Phoenix tonight. That would be the pivot. I mean, he's been hot from 3, right? But still unsure on a lot of questionable plays here at point guard. So we'll probably move on to shooting guard. Let me jump back and check the questions. What up, MJ Rody? Loud and clear. Let's go. That's all we got. No questions yet. 14 in here. Going through this. Drop in your info. I got Discord. Will projections be updated, C. Davis? Goldie usually throws a projection update in there. She seems like he's around in the Discord, so there's a very high possibility. But as always, we have the Saberson projections, and that's why I'm filtering. I recommend using that unless you do have a good projections. But there's ways to make your projections updated. You just X guys out, come in here and X guy, whatever the news is, based on updates and stuff for that. Or you can adjust the minutes yourself if you think he's going to get more. As you play DFS more, you kind of learn what to expect. A lot of times with basketball, I've been with other sites and other companies. They can't get the projections updated fast. I mean, it drops minutes before lock. I mean, there's just no way, guys. We have to after lock. I mean, sometimes you only got 5 minutes to see that I got. Oh my God, this guy's in, this guy's out. Oh my God, flip your lineup so upside down, just lock him in, or add 50% of him, and you just do it, just because Same with that TJ McConnell the other night. Like he went, bonkers the night I was playing, and you just had to do that, So, all right, shooting guard similar. Mitchell's a good play. Jalen Green's popping a little bit for Houston. Tyrese Halliburton is in, so that kind of leaves the little bit of subject in this Pacers game. Actually, we probably talk about one of them right here. Buddy Hield, yeah, right here, 5,000. Oh wait, he's on the other team now. Duh. I'm like, he's on the Sixers. But Tyrese Maxey is back, but he is projecting down a little bit. I usually sort by the value. To see what we got. So Trey Man, Amon Thompson, Dylan Brooks is popping for Houston as well. Some Jalen Green, I'm getting in builds. Jordan Poole's even getting a decent projection here. A little bit of ownership. Don't mind it, actually. It's a decent pivot. You got to find a cheap guy. He's very cheap. But the guard position's strong. We'll probably want to get to this position. Buddy Hield does, and Brooks give you the small forward position, which is a huge help. Finding this position. I got Crispert right yesterday. Went off for like 48 at 5% ownership, guys. So maybe we find one of these gems right here. Why is Jason Tate all of a sudden popping? Like, let's see what he's doing, and let's just see what's going on. So, no news anymore right now. The games I would target probably, I do like that Sixers Washington game. So, playing guys from that game, I would really like. Tobias Harris is priced up a lot, but Buddy Hield's cheap. He's streaky shooter though. And then kind of like you're gonna get some like Jaren Jackson and Trey Young and your spend up options if you play all these other like 6K guys and 3K Trey Man, Marvin Bagley in that Washington game at center is a viable cheap guy. Jabari Smith. We'll get to those guys in a minute here. We can shift over. Jabari Smith. Okinawa should project up a little bit here. Can do like a refresh in a minute and see what we get. See what's updated. We don't have much injury news yet. Some of these plays. So I like those games the most. They'll probably be a little bit more targeted. Obviously, the Houston Atlanta game is going to be a good one to target. But the Sixers have a decent total. They're not one of the higher totals on the slate. They have some injuries. We're still at like center. We're still getting like Paul Reed. Is viable, but his ownership's going to be down, I think. Right? Like, so it's not terrible, but I don't know. Just he's priced up a little bit more today. That's still not bad though. I don't mind it. But at center, you kind of like, the Bagley. Oh yeah, I just said Bagley, and Jaren Jackson's viable at center as well. See if I like anyone else. Vooch is there. Paul Reeder a little farther down. It's kind of feels like a small slate today. Really does. Let me see if you guys got any questions while I do some updates here. Let's go. What up, man? What up, B-Mac? What up, Dwayne? What up, guys? Welcome and hit that like button. Just a small show today for you guys. Just kind of giving some free Saber Sim content. You guys can see what the projections are, especially if you're not a TrueDFS member. We've had some big hits this week. Sheets with a 100K win. We got members winning, 2 to 3K on average on some of these small slates, or putting $300 in and winning 2K, and then we've had some big hits there. A lot of people getting some esports tickets and whatnot. So that's been pretty fun. It's been an exciting week overall. Hopefully you guys carry it into the weekend a little bit this weekend with some wins. This is an interesting slate. Just because I think you can easily get different. The chalk's very condensed. I mean, if you guys can see, these ownership numbers are going to be high. If we look at the overall slate, I mean, guys are going to be super owned, Like Amon Thompson, Jeff Green is popping now. Jabari Smith. I kind of like Jabari Smith more, but Jeff Green's price obviously good. Trey Mann's popping. Like, look at this chalk. I mean, it's really condensed. Yesterday, Amon didn't win you any money. I mean, the balance build yesterday did good because that Sabonis Jokic lineup was looking juicy. I had going, and then it kind of fell off because the game, none of them played in the fourth quarter. They both had 70 plus upside. They just didn't play. I would have been doing well with another 40 points from each. Obviously, 20 from each would have been nice, but you never know. So I usually sort, by the projections. We got Saberson projections. You got our projections. It's not in, but Goldie's here is great. Like Maxey's like overall in the industry. That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting a lot of him because he's actually Saberson has him quite higher in the projections. So the industry's really low on some guys today. It's high on other guys. Seems like Orlando is higher elsewhere than it is on Saber. See, those are differences you kind of got to figure out. Industry's pretty. Saberson's higher on Amon. This week might be a good week, and Here's a pivot play you could probably go with. No one's going to play Kuz. I mean, maybe just a little bit because that game environment. I do like that game environment, as I said. That Philly-Washington game. It starts out at 7, so you got to be on your ball there with the game. And then just kind of stack it up in a few pieces and then kind of pivot over there. I don't think I have any great updates. Let's see what we got. Nothing's really changed from an optimal perspective. It looks like it's starting like Donovan Mitchell a little bit more against Houston, which I think that's a great play. Yeah, he's projecting really well. Mid ownership, actually. Some of these guys aren't very owned. I don't like how my stuff changes all the time. Steals, blocks, turnovers. My value's right there where it's supposed to be. And then, like I need to put like what I don't want to do that. Yeah, this is probably the better one to go off of. Yeah, I like the Donovan Mitchell play a little bit. I probably would put him in my line. Jalen Johnson for Atlanta is popping a little bit too. He's more in like an optimal build. It's kind of like a mid build with a couple cheap guys. I'm getting more Jeff Green now than I'm Trey Mann, to be honest with you guys. So, but I mean, if Trey Mann's playing 24 minutes, I don't see how we're not getting. Let's update some SaberSim. Let's go back to the questions. Where are we looking for value? We got a lot of value. I mean, got to take down something tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got a lot of value. So hit that like button. We'll get the value out there. And let's see how many likes we're at. No stupid ads. Can't even see the link. Oh, we're up to 8 likes. Zaire Williams is out on Saturday. I don't know if you guys needed that news or anything, but he's out. I'm not sure how much it's going to help you. We didn't have him in anyway. I don't think most projections did. Yeah, so it doesn't look like he was in anyway. Derrick Rose is available. Okay, Jabari Smith's probable. So some things starting to come in. Trying to hang around a little bit for that. Jabari Smith was kind of a big one because he's in all the lineups. Watanabe, so for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are kind of Watanabe is available. Stevens is available. They really got a whole shebang of guys. I don't know. It's hard to play those guys besides like Jaren Jackson, Vince Williams is probably the better two. And then it's a bunch. But that game I feel like that game's under. I would take the over on that game. To be honest with you, I like that over on that game. Value. So we still have Trey Mann and Jeff Green popping. Those are really good, the best value today. I'm on 6K. We got Aaron Holiday popping. A bunch of these Houston guys are popping. Let's look at that. You guys want to focus on some value? We can do that. You're going to carry some ownership with some of this, but maybe there's getting so much of it, it's spread out a little bit. You got a 21 projection on him. That's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to move over here is my minutes. Okay, I usually like that's the one I was looking for earlier. I couldn't see it in the middle. I'm like, that's where I'm looking is my minutes. So the minutes are there for Holiday 24. That's decent for 3,400. We got some 30. This is really good at Jeff Green's minutes, though. I think you're not going to be able to beat that at 3,100 and think that's the best value. Tate's popping a little bit as well. He's looking about 18 minutes for 3,000. This Houston roster is kind of wonky to me, but it's fast pace up game. It's a game to go over. A lot of value in the game. Amon, Jabari, Jeff Green, Jalen Green. You can play. I mean, he's not value, but cheap. Dylan Brooks is in that game. Aaron Holiday, Jayshawn Tate. Those are the main guys that are going to get a lot of minutes, They're going to get a lot of minutes, and there's 3K guys right there. So I definitely think those are all viable. He left in the Golden State game. Yeah, I talked about Clay in that game. It's going to be overlooked for sure. I think maybe a pivot over there is fine. No one's going to grade out really well. Draymond's 6K. Curry's 9,800. Kuminga's price way too high. I mean the guy's playing better. Playing really good. But he was better. We were playing him a lot when he was cheap. Klay Thompson's only 5'7". Yeah, take a shot on a guy that's cheap. I mean, that fits the builds quite a bit. It pivots off these Jabari Smith 5.6s and that 5K price. So when I build lineups, guys, I want to build like kind of different based on price. Everyone's pounding these 5,600 5K guys, lineups, and you want to build kind of a balanced build or build like get different with the different 5K guy at that price range. Or like I was gonna say, if all these value plays are like questionable, you could go with more of a balanced build so you don't have to stars and scrubs it. But tonight, really, there isn't too many stars on the roster. There's nothing really to pay up for too much. I mean, Maxi Young, Kevin Durant, if we want to go there. I know we're talking that game. I mean, he's a good run back. If you think that game stays close, it goes over the total. I mean, the total's a good total, actually. Someone's going to score. I just think it's spread it around a lot. You got Booker, Beal, Durant. I would side with a good little Durant stack, maybe Klay Thompson on the other end of it or something. I kind of like that in that game. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think their minutes are good. So yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those guys. Maybe I like the Durant because that gives you kind of a different player. And he's going to be a little bit lower owned, way lower owned. I kind of like the Durant call. You can fit it in with the value. I mean, lock in Durant and then just build or add some exposure to Durant. Could probably even run Curry in that build if you wanted. I don't think Clay's projection's not that great. Curry's is really good, but for his price, Clay could get the same as Curry. So you lock those guys in, see what value pops around it. I'm still not getting a lot of Trey Mann. I don't know what the news is on that. Is he not in? He's in now. He's not questionable. Yeah, he should be good to go. 24 minutes at 3K seems. I just think there's a lot of guard spots today. So like the guards are kind of tough to fit all these guards in, That's the problem because your best players are kind of at the guard spot, like Booker and Mitchell and Trae Young. So your spend ups are kind of there. Maxey, they're kind of at the guard spot. So that's why I think maybe even Mitchell, Mitchell's shooting guard eligible, but nobody else really is. So playing like a Kevin Durant and something and getting priced up different and going with some cheap guards, I kind of really like that actually. Jeff Green at center eligible as well. You can swap around there. Jalen Johnson still wants me to feed him in there. I kind of like what happened to Marvin Bagley. Is he still in a good position here? Let me see. Things start to shift around with projections as you guys get in the slate. We get injury news. We get kind of news coming in how 5 minutes before lock shit changes like that. Bagley's still a good play against the Sixers. I still think we should have some exposure to that game. I know it's the first one. Yeah, I healed Maxi Reed. Payne's still getting a 24-minute projection. We probably shouldn't forget about him at 4K. He's another value option. He's definitely going to be a little bit lower on around 12%. Still seems a little high on the larger slate here. How many games we got? 3, 6, 7 games. All right. Feels like we should have a little bit more, for the 7-gamer. I feel like I'm on the same guys. I'm on these chalkier guys today, and I haven't been fading the chalk. I've been getting different with my builds. Double center build yesterday with Sabonis. Jokic felt really strong there with Crisper going off at 5%. I just didn't get anything out of the bigs, and then Zion went off for 51. He was kind of chalky yesterday at that spot. So Marvin Bagley might be the guy at center, and then you could still play Jeff Green and power forward, right? Oh, Juan's still in. Oh, because of Durant there. That sucks. We need to play Amon. Yeah, Amon Thompson. Josh Hart night again. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah. Play the Saberson best 150 lineups and go to dinner. You know what? That's probably a good idea. I should just run 150 lineups, just go drop it in tonight. Go, Merry Christmas, right? Let's just go to dinner. Go get some food. I have to go feed my kids. I have to go make dinner. I have to go figure it out. Actually tonight. So my wife's out of town. She left this afternoon for a girls' night out. Gonna call that great. Get subjective. Checking up KD tonight. That's funny. Yeah, it is kind of a rivalry game for those guys. Play each other. So might be a little more hype tonight. It's 8:30 game. Gonna be a little bit ringing. The Golden State team's kind of dismay a little bit, but it's what it is. I kind of like the Durant Curry build though. I want to try to get a cheap Jeff Green in there though. And I don't know. You can play him at power forward. It's just they want to spend up at that spot versus spending up at the guard spot because they want to play the cheap guards. Because you can do a Amon Thompson, Trey Mann, Josh Hart, Jabari Green, Bagley, Curry, Jeff Green, Durant lineup. Kind of like that. Don't tell anybody I just gave you that lineup. Let's see if there's any room because I should put guys, Goldie is updated projections about an hour before lock, so they're updated. It looks like I'll run some new ones. Sorry, I'm typing in the chat. I'm live discussing that now. I don't know if there's any room to get in any NBA. I haven't liked a lot of the contests lately. Yeah, there's nothing really. I go for a cheap 5K, but then if I win the 100K, then I'll be pissed my lineup. Yeah, so shoot. Now that I built this beautiful lineup, I should probably just throw it in something cheap, I guess. There's a new 5K is 5K. Why am if I win 5K, I win 5K, right? Like, why am I complaining about 5K? I guess 100K is a lot more than 5K. But we all can't be like Sheets, right? We all can't be like Sheets and win all the time, right? We gotta let someone else win, here and there. Should we bet Josh Hart over on rebounds tonight is a big question. Did anybody message Sheets today and see if he's betting that? Okay, guys, trivia question. What is the Josh Hart over rebounds for tonight? Has it went up any? That's a better question. Has it went up any? That's what I want to do. We can throw this lineup in tonight and just pray for it. Double cheap 3K guys, Durant, Curry. What can go wrong, right? What can go wrong? Jabari Smith. He's been tearing it up. The perfect lineup, 50K salary. Look, I got enough crowns to even put in for it. It wasn't even a waste. I got so many crowns. Boom. Killing it. Let's throw it in one of those too. Boom. We're looking juicy. There we go. Maybe there's some saddies we can put it in. I didn't like the saddies there. That's why I didn't play anything. I've been chasing saddies and playing dabble in a little NBA. So, yeah, there's nothing really juicy. I've been chasing like tickets for the stuff, but it's whatever. All right, guys. Any last questions we got? Throw them in the chat. 16 of you watching. I'm hoping you hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Goldie did update the projections for y'all here at about 6. He probably does another one before lock typically. And there's 10 likes. I'd like to get to 20, but it was a last minute show. Wasn't planned. Wasn't set to the YouTube page for you guys to know about it. It is Saturday night. People are smoking the hookah at the hookah lounge. They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing, right? I'm about to take care of 3 crazy kids. They're just chilling all day. 2 dogs running around, probably pooping on the floor or something. I never know what's going on upstairs. If you really want to get creative, I don't really like the Josh Hart play, though. I don't know. It's different, though. I'm getting like 14% on him, getting 2% on Curry and 8% on Durant. So the lineup's already pretty low owned. I can use this chalk in it. I don't think Josh Hart's the spend up everybody wants. Everyone wants Jalen Green, it looks like. So that does do a little bit different there. Not Jalen Green. Jalen Green at 7.4 and Jalen Johnson at 7.4. Kind of confusing, I know. But both, that's why I got confused there for a minute. But I knew they're both 7.4. So that's kind of how you get different with the builds. You switch them out a little bit. You move around some positions a little bit. I could have locked Buddy Hield in there, but then I need more space. Yeah, I could. So you could do that instead of playing Josh Hart at the small forward. You play Buddy Hield. You still got Amon Thompson at the point guard spot. You got all these cheap players, and then you got to play Jalen Johnson at the forward spot, 7,400. So you can still do it if you want. You can make different builds with that. I kind of like. So I am going to target that Golden State game with a few pieces that I like from the other games. Obviously, the Houston chalk. I did get a Charlotte player in there, and I did a Washington player as well. I told you I kind of like that Washington game. I probably should have done a run back in that game for the Philly side because I like the Philly side. So I should do Buddy Hield, actually. I do kind of like that build a little bit more because it has a run back. Although I don't care about correlation in the NBA, the lineup does. Um, it does feel good with Jalen Johnson in there. Or not Jalen Johnson. Yeah, Jalen Johnson and Buddy Hield. Sorry. Over what did I have? I had Josh Hart and I think Jeff Green. No, I already had Jeff Green. Who did I got? Jabari Smith. So I'm going with Jabari Smith and Josh Hart. You could go with Jalen Johnson and Buddy Hield. A few different options in that build. Dylan Brooks also there at 4,900 at the Houston side. But we did want to target some of these. We did want to target some of these Philly players. I'm just kind of looking at games over here. Philly players. Yeah, it's kind of pricey though. Even Oubre is kind of pricey. I don't know. It's rough go. Paul Reed. I don't mind that if I'm playing different center. I think that would be a nice little play. All right, for one, I'll run some lineups for you guys to see what we're doing here. We'll run 150. We'll do the 150 max. It's about 23,000, so that fits. GPP. We want to use about 49.5 salary. That's pretty good. Yeah, and then we'll run some lineup rules we don't need. We'll just run some generic stuff. I don't think I added a sim for this contest. I can just do the flat. I can just do that later. I think I got to make a couple changes, so we'll bump Donovan Mitchell up one, actually, and then we'll bump Durant up one. We'll build some lineups, see what we get. And then I'll go out with a bang here. So building you guys some lineups. We'll get some SaberSim builds. So if you're not a member, you can check out the lineups that I'm about to build. So hurry up, tell your friends that we're building some lineups live on show. We'll go through. This is what Ryan Nelson said we should do. Just drop 150 from SaberSim on there. I feel like Sheets just, he does tweaks and does late swaps and does some. You feel like he doesn't late swap, though. You feel like he's like at dinner with his wife. He's just like, looks on DK. He's like, I'm winning 100,000 or something. Like, I didn't do anything but run SaberSim. Yeah, I got him in my one lineup I just put in, actually. I wish I would have got what I should have gotten. Ooh, we got a big win actually in the Discord, just coming in hot. Actually, I'm not in the Discord. I am in the Discord on my phone, but I don't have it on the computer screen here, where I normally do. I have TweetDeck over here with my tweets, so I can get the news coming in hot. But yeah, Discord I didn't open because I have it on my phone right here. But we got a big win coming in. A big win coming in. Oh, we got the lineups coming in too. Can't forget about those. What button? I'm missing the button. Ouch. There we go. We got some lineups. You're going to see a lot of Houston. You're going to see a lot of, I guess. But, SaberSim is building lineups for that type of GPP. So, really, if you want to look at it, we'll see how much Durant we get, power forward. See if we get any Durant. Oh, we are. Oh, we didn't get any Durant, huh? Wow. We got 11 players here, and there wasn't any Durant. So, if you want some Durant, I just go bump up my exposures. Add, like, what? Shit, I screwed that up. Not 80. Let's do 10. Yeah. Come on. Why is this not working? There, we got some Durant. I don't know if we're gonna find it very easily. Durant's. This is what we need to change. We need to go by not this one, not that one. Although I do sort by it. Where's my sim stuff at? Why isn't that there? Something's wonky. I didn't add this. I didn't add this Sims right. So all right. Well, we're confused. All right. He even got Drummond in there. Is he a play now? Wow, this is crazy. The hell. That's interesting. A lot of Bagley, a lot of Reed, some Drummond. Obviously, I missed that one. Oh, let me show you guys what I was going to show you in my Discord. Here, we're going to show you a big win. Big win. Where the hell is it? Why can't I navigate anything right now? Okay. A big win. So let's go back over here. Can you guys see this? Is it on the YouTube? No, it's not on the YouTube. Okay, we are gonna. I thought we were sharing the screen. Check it out. We have a big win coming in hot. Thanks to TrueDFS, he says we got hello. How you doing, hello, however you say it. Hello. $1,500 going to big on a $90 bet there. That's pretty good. Entry looks like he was pretty high up in some bigger stuff, almost getting there a little bit more. He probably would have had it. I'm guessing this was the early slate today. So he hit the early slate with the projections that Sheets put out there, that Goldie had out there today. So remember, even though we're not doing live shows, guys, we're teaching you the right thing. We're giving you guys the tools. You got the projections. You figure out how we do our process, how we build our lineups. And you know, that's what happens. You know, you don't need all these fancy articles all the time and all these things. You know, we do the playbooks and stuff and the bets and the picks. But yeah. Hang on, I gotta tell them. Sorry, I hope you didn't hear that, but they're asking about the dogs. So I hope they don't overfeed the dogs because Carson fed the dogs. All right, I did pull SaberSim back up here. These are the lineups. I know we didn't really go over a lot of them. Jabari Smith, Kuz in there. I talked about Dylan Brooks. I talked about Maxey, Trey Mann a little bit. I talked about a little bit of Murray. That's interesting. Miles Turner's a flyer in there. We could get to. Remember, they're building some lower ownership builds too. They want some low ownership builds. So look for some lower owner. I mean, even some of these aren't that low. I need to do the Sims. It's not really a large slate. Maybe a smaller slate. Let's see what we get doing that. Okay, this would be more a smaller slate, a little bit of a lesser ownership here. Still pretty high though. No. Okay, here's a 4%. Miles Turner's 4. Drummond's way low. I don't know. Miles Turner. You know, Thompson. These are pretty chalk though. That's like a lot of chalk. Murray maybe not as much. Still owned. Bogdan. Guys I didn't mention I'm kind of hitting on. Just whatever. Jaren Jackson. I did hit on him. He seems to be coming down in ownership. Yeah. Oh, man, what's going on with my scroller here? What is going on? It's tripping me out. Vince Williams, another guy said for Mint. You know, his projection is okay, 20%. Maxey, Heald, Oubre, Harris, and Reed will start on Saturday. That's what everybody had. I like the Bagley, I like the Kuz, I like the Washington. I like this combination of Sixers stack with the value from Houston running back with Murray. That's a pretty good lineup. Sorry guys, my lineups are really wonky today. I don't know what's going on. Holy smackers, can you see all them? Wowzer. Screenshot it. Holy shnikes. I just tripped out the whole thing, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, we're normal now. So I did do the full screen, but I think they added this full screen button in, but it's not right on the bottom still. So I will get that fixed because this isn't like, yeah, we did the full screen, but it pulls up the white bar. So I'm going to snip that really quick just to show everyone in the Discord. Like, go to full screen and it's like the white bar on the bottom is there. So, all right. Sorry about that. All right. So that's a problem to me because the screen to be is better. You just got to zoom out a little bit. Okay. Boom. All right, guys, drop your last questions if you got one. We just had a big winner from the early slate. It's pretty good for small dollar. I mean, that's what you want to see. $90 into 1,500. We'll take that any day. It's a good hit. It's called about, staying consistent, playing those 90s and just keep moving up, We had Brahman in there yesterday too, a couple days ago, dropping a little bit of a tie in there for the TrueDFS. We're getting some TrueDFS logos in there, guys. If you don't have the logo, message me. I'll get it over to you. Get the logos out there, guys. Appreciate all of your help. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We went over a lot of different plays, some strategy. As always, we even threw a lineup in. I told you a lineup that I was building. I put that lineup in a smaller 5K contest. So I feel good about that lineup. We'll probably win tonight, and I won't have it in anything, which is pretty typical when I throw a lineup in like that. They'll be like, "Oh, you did really good, but you didn't play any other contests. You didn't have it in any qualifiers because there isn't any." Throw it in the $5 there. There's a Mega 8s thing, but I think it's like huge, right? It's $140, $140, $111. Yeah, big qualifiers today. Not interested in those as much, So, all right, guys. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Don't drink too much tonight. Party hard. Let's get some dubs. Let's get some wins. And as always, let's get it.